y'all, I just want to welcome you to my channel today. My name is Reese Marshall, and today I'll be teaching you how to baton wood, and let's get started. So today I'll be using just your standard fixed blade knife. That's full tang. So I use batoning quite a bit, whether that be reducing like the size or the diameter of the kindling in the fire, and get that started even more with that dry kindling from the middle of the wood, or if I'm trying to split wood in order to get to shavings for like whether that be in cedar or some other drier wood, where I'll split it in half and then do feather sticks in order to get that fire started. So I'll show you what I do with this. This is very small in diameter stick. I use it. This is what I prefer to use a knife for. This is kind of like the size that's perfect for a knife, where you're not doing damage to any of the knives. With batoning, you need your baton, which is a green hardwood. I use about my arm length. I can control wherever I like it. I just saw it right here, and then I can go from there. So I just put it on right here, put it on in the middle, like that. And you don't want to like whack it like super hard, just do some light little taps. That way you're not doing damage to the knife. Just do it again. Now if I want with this, I can do like feather sticks, or I can just put it straight on the fire and it'll burn really well. You know, super thin slices, I can just break that in half, stack it up on a TP, and go from there. Next size up is probably about 1 inch in diameter. When I'm using a knife like this, I like having at least 2 inches off that right here. That gives you enough room to smack it without hitting the tip of your blade. So you start hitting the tip of your blade, it starts doing damage to the tool, and you just don't want that. So I'll do it right here. There we go. Right here, this is like the max I want to use on this knife. This knife's probably about 4 to 5 inches. This blade length is probably 4 to 5 inches. So that's kind of like the max I want to use with a knife. After that, you have the option, like if you're in the wilderness, you can build, and you don't have a hatchet, build a wedge. That can be really helpful for anything like the max I would probably do with this right here is about 2 inches in diameter of a stick. But if I'm like doing something like this right here, I would want to use a wedge or like a hatchet. And I'll do videos on how to use hatchets in the future. But I don't prefer to use a knife on something like this. I have a hatchet right here. Like if I had a log like this, definitely don't want to baton that. I can use the knife in order to get the crease in order to start, like with a wedge or something, where you can baton the wedge, like my knife. If you want to baton into the wood like that, kind of get that like that. If I want to do that, or I can just like split with the axe. I also use a machete quite a bit. A machete is a great option to bring with you in the wilderness. If I were to split a log like this, I could baton that. I'll just show it to you guys right now. And it works so well because you're not even hitting that edge, but you can baton through the wood with that machete. And I prefer to baton with a machete rather than just a small little knife. that's what I like to do most of the time. So I'd love to hear you guys' feedback, what you think on batoning, whether you think it's necessary, what you prefer to use. I'd love to hear you guys' feedback. If you could hit that like button, and if you could subscribe, that would be awesome. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.